Hi, my name is Steve Snap, and in this episode, I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about this product that we've created called Salesforce for Building Materials. Now, in recent videos that we've published on our YouTube channel, we have looked at several key, what we call key opinion leaders or thought leaders within the building materials space, and we've built on some of the ideas that they've written about in their books. And I'll reference both of these books in the description. But the first book is a book written by Mark Mitchell, and the title of the book is Building Materials Channel Marketing. And the subtitle is How to Successfully Sell to and Through Residential and Commercial Builders, Architects, Distributors, Big Boxes, Dealers, and Contractors. And one of the big ideas that Mark talks about is just some of the techniques necessary to effectively sell to architects and contractors. And I think many of you know this watching it, that just because you sell to one doesn't necessarily mean that you get the business. So we've built some solutions in Salesforce to help you do that. The second book is a book called The Spec Shaman. I'll just pull up a quick quote from them. But The Spec Shaman was written by Ron Blank, Craig Haney, and Brad Blank. And one of the quotes in there says that reps need to keep detailed records of every call and provide the follow-up needed. He went on to say they know the key specifier or decision maker at the firms they call on, they make appointments in advance, they quote often with a specific product for a specific project at a correct time. Now, what Spec Shaman and Mark's book both do is they highlight some of the key complexities or some of the key challenges associated with selling building materials through your distribution channel. What we've done is we've taken Salesforce, which many of you already use, and we've tailored it specifically for this channel marketing sales process. Now, many of you watching this who are familiar with Salesforce probably are already familiar with what we call Sales Cloud, which is sort of their out-of-the-box, off-the-shelf, generic sales tool. And it includes some generic things like opportunities and leads. What we've done is we've actually taken opportunities and leads and we've, for lack of a better word, we've put them aside and we've created a specific screen or layout that we call projects. And the purpose of projects is to manage all of the details of a project, but at the same time manage all the key relationships. So in this example, I'll go ahead and pull up my project screen and I'll just show you one quick kind of project that I'm working on here. But the basic idea here is to consolidate all of this information into one place. Now, an interesting thing about the project screen is if you're bringing projects in from Dodge or BidClerk, we have a mechanism to automatically do that. What we also can do is if you're identifying projects, let's say through an architect or through a contractor, as your team identifies those projects, they go to the same place. They can go into the project object, you can manage them there. So there's a lot of details associated with the project that you'll see here. But in addition to that, what you'll see, and frankly in my opinion is probably more powerful than just all the project details, is all of the things the project is related to. The most important of which is what we call the project relationships. Now, I cover this in a lot of other videos. We have several other videos that you'll probably see after this, such as selling to architects and selling to contractors, as well as selling through other influencers. So I don't want to spend too much time on it here because I go into this in a lot more detail in other videos, which, by the way, you'll have a link to those videos in the description. And after watching this video, please consider watching those as well. But the project relationships does really three things. It connects a project to the key players, so in this case, architects, contractors, etc. It identifies not only who the key person is within that company that's working on this project, but it identifies their status and their attitude. Status is their relationship between their company and that project. So a status would be something like awarded or blacklisted or something like that. And the attitude is what is their attitude towards us. And in the example I'm showing on the screen, attitude is reflected with a color KPI, green good, red bad, etc. And the neat thing is we can bake a lot of intelligence into that icon. So in this example, it's very, very simple. Are they for or against us? You know, for is green and against us is red, but you're going to do a lot more with that. But in addition to the project relationships, we also have the ability to not only quote from Salesforce for building materials, but also to associate all those quotes with the project. And again, we'll have another video where we go into much more detail about quoting. For this case, I just wanted to show you that as part of the relationship. But along with quoting are change orders. In addition to that, we have sample requests. So any sampling that you're sending to the client, whether it's standard or custom, all of that's tracked here at the project level. We have parent-child relationships with projects, as well as the ability to leverage the project to actually form the foundation for any engineering that you might be doing. So some organizations do engineering before the sale, some do it after, some do it during. So we have a mechanism that can then lay that foundation, which then, depending on where you do a lot of your engineering, if any, that can lay the foundation for a transition into ERP. And then finally, just the other notes and attachments, open activities, history associated with the project, all that's part of this. The big idea here, and again, I don't want to make this video super long, the big idea is just to give you a quick introduction into not only what problem we were solving, but also that we've taken this platform known as Salesforce, which is very ubiquitous and used by a lot of different organizations, and we've tailored it specifically for organizations that have specific problems with selling their products through a channel, a building materials channel. So with that, let me just end by saying that our goal was to reduce or eliminate the chaos associated with selling through this channel and selling through all of these key players. And I didn't touch on it a lot in this video. I have another video where I go into more metrics. I'll just sort of leave you with a quick little taste of what a dashboard might look like. And in this example, what you're seeing is a dashboard that rolls up all of those project details and project relationships that I was just describing, and then gives you the ability to see across all of your projects, across all of your teams, where do we have risk, what opportunities do we have, what challenges do we have that we may want to allocate resources to, and through that visibility, eliminate or dramatically reduce the chaos or the hectic nature of managing all of these key players and managing all of those key relationships. So with that said, I'll just end on that. I'll say that there's links to in the description to these other videos, so please watch those. And finally, there's a link to my calendar in that description as well. If you have any questions, if you'd like a quick demo, if you want to talk about a specific problem that you're having and how this might help, please click that link, find a time that works for you, and I look forward to chatting with you further. Thank you.